In a world where everything moves at lightning speed, where digital notifications flash across our screens every few seconds, and where multitasking is seen as a badge of honor, it's no wonder that our attention is scattered, and our mental clarity feels out of reach. The modern mind is under siege, bombarded by information, burdened by expectations, and seduced by distractions. But what if you could reclaim control? What if your mind could become your greatest ally instead of your biggest obstacle? The truth is, mastering your mind is not about becoming superhuman. It's about understanding how your attention works, learning how to protect it, and building a lifestyle that nurtures mental strength and presence. This video is your guide to developing laser-sharp focus and creating a mind that cannot be shaken by chaos. So take a deep breath. This journey starts now. Let's start with the foundation: control. One of the most liberating truths you can embrace is this: you cannot control everything, and that's okay. Change people or worry about outcomes that are far beyond our influence. The result: frustration, burnout, and mental clutter. The path to mental clarity begins when you recognize the boundary between what you can and cannot control. You can't stop the rain, but you can carry an umbrella. You can't predict how others will treat you, but you can choose your response. This shift in mindset is powerful. It allows you to stop reacting impulsively and start responding with purpose. And that's where real strength is born. Not in control over circumstances, but in mastery over your reactions. Now let's talk about the inner world, your emotions. Emotions like anger, fear, anxiety, and sadness are all natural. They are messengers trying to alert you to something important. But left unchecked, they can also become your jailers, locking you in cycles of overthinking, self-doubt, or impulsive actions. The key is not to suppress your emotions, but to observe them without becoming them. One technique used by high performers, Stoic philosophers, and even military leaders is called premeditatio malorum, the practice of imagining the worst-case scenario and preparing for it. This isn't about pessimism. It's about building emotional resilience. When you face your fears mentally, they lose their grip over you. Also try this: when you feel triggered, pause. Ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to tell me? Then choose your response, not based on impulse but on values. And always remember, treat others the way you'd want to be treated. Kindness isn't weakness, it's mastery. In our distracted age, there's a superpower that most people overlook. It's called presence. We are so busy replaying the past or predicting the future that we miss the only moment we can actually live in: the present. But this moment right now is all you truly have, and it holds everything. Being present is not just a nice idea. It's a neurological game changer. Studies show that people who practice mindfulness, who regularly anchor themselves in the now, experience lower stress, better focus, and greater emotional regulation. How can you cultivate this presence? Start small. During conversations, truly listen instead of planning your next sentence. When you eat, taste your food rather than scrolling your phone. Even while walking, feel the ground beneath your feet. Presence brings clarity, and clarity leads to better decisions, deeper connections, and a calmer mind. One of the simplest and most powerful tools for presence is your breath. It's always with you. It's always happening. And yet, we rarely pay attention to it. The next time you feel overwhelmed, anxious, or distracted, pause and breathe deeply. Inhale slowly. Exhale fully. Feel the air move through your lungs. Imagine it carrying energy to every cell in your body. This isn't just a calming trick. Deep breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, your body's natural brake pedal. It slows your heart rate, reduces cortisol levels, and tells your brain, you are safe. Your breath is your anchor, and whenever you feel lost, it can bring you home. But focus isn't just about awareness, it's about choice. Every day you're bombarded with options competing for your attention. Emails, ads, drama, temptations, opinions. You must become a guardian of your attention. Ask yourself regularly, is this worth my energy? If it's not, let it go. Protect your mental space like it's sacred, because it is. One of the greatest acts of self-love is the ability to say no. No to distractions. No to toxic relationships. No to meaningless scrolling. Every no to something unimportant is a yes to what truly matters. Remember, time is your most valuable resource. Once it's gone, it never returns. Let's pause here. You've just absorbed some foundational ideas: control, emotion, presence, breath, and choice. These are the seeds of an unstoppable mind. In the next section, we'll dive into digital distractions, how to rewire your brain for focus, the science of habits, and how to build a lifestyle that supports your mental clarity instead of sabotaging it. Take a moment. Breathe. Get ready. Let's talk about one of the greatest modern challenges to mental clarity: technology. Our devices are miracles of innovation, but they come with a hidden cost. Every beep, buzz, and notification is a silent thief of attention. You might think it's just one message, but your brain pays a price every time it switches tasks. Research shows that when you're interrupted, even briefly, it can take up to 23 minutes to fully regain focus. Now imagine how many times you check your phone in a day. That's hours of lost clarity. So what can you do? Start by reclaiming your digital space. Turn off non-essential notifications. Move distracting apps off your home screen. Schedule phone-free blocks of time during your day. Even better, create a tech-free morning ritual. Avoid checking your phone for the first 30 to 60 minutes after waking up. Give your brain space to wake up naturally and set its own rhythm, not be hijacked by the outside world. Control your technology or it will control you. Building an unstoppable mind also requires mastering your habits, because your habits shape your identity, and your identity drives your behavior. Ask yourself, who are you becoming through your daily choices? If you want to be someone who's focused, calm, and mentally strong, you need to build systems that support that version of yourself. That starts with tiny, consistent actions. Instead of aiming for perfection, aim for consistency. Meditate for 2 minutes every morning. Write down 3 priorities before starting work. Journal your thoughts at the end of the day. Stretch, breathe, or walk without your phone. These micro habits may seem small, but over time they rewire your brain. Neuroscience calls this neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections. Your brain literally becomes what you repeatedly do. So build your days around the identity you want to embody. Each habit is a vote for the person you're becoming. Now let's explore a hidden force that influences your mind more than you realize: your environment. You can have the best intentions, but if you're surrounded by noise, clutter, and distractions, your brain will struggle. That's why environmental design is so important. Look around your space. Is it helping or hindering your clarity? Clean your desk. Organize your surroundings. Create a dedicated space for focused work. Minimize visual clutter. It overloads the brain. Studies show that cluttered spaces increase stress and reduce productivity. And it's not just about your physical space. Your digital environment matters too. Unsubscribe from emails that no longer serve you. Leave online groups that drain your energy. Curate your social media feed to include content that uplifts, inspires, and educates. Your environment should reflect your values, not your distractions. Design it with intention and your mind will follow. Let's go even deeper. An unstoppable mind isn't just free from distraction, it's filled with purpose. Many people feel lost or mentally scattered because they haven't clearly defined what truly matters to them. So here's a question worth asking. What do you stand for? Your purpose doesn't have to be grand or world-changing. It just has to be meaningful to you. Maybe it's raising a child with love. Maybe it's creating something beautiful. Maybe it's helping others heal. Whatever it is, clarity of purpose becomes a compass. It helps you say no to things that don't align. Gives meaning to hard work. It fuels discipline when motivation fades. When your mind is anchored to purpose, distractions lose their power. You stop chasing approval. You stop reacting to noise. You start creating your own path. Here's another principle. Mental clarity is a byproduct of self-respect. When you respect yourself, you stop wasting time on things that drain you. You stop entertaining toxic conversations. You stop tolerating environments that dull your light. Respecting your mind means feeding it with inspiration, not just information. It means saying no to gossip and yes to growth. It means replacing comparison with curiosity. It means challenging yourself, not punishing yourself. Too many people treat their minds like trash bins, dumping every fear, insecurity, and opinion into them. But your mind is sacred space. Guard it, honor it, train it. You are not obligated to participate in every argument, every trend, or every conversation. Silence is powerful. Use it to protect your peace. Another game changer: conscious rest. We live in a hustle culture that glorifies burnout. But your mind isn't a machine. It needs rest to recharge, recalibrate, and reflect. Sleep is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Aim for quality rest, not just quantity. Turn off screens an hour before bed. Create a calming nighttime routine. Journal, stretch, read, meditate. Let your brain settle. But rest also comes in smaller forms. Take walking breaks during your workday. Sit in silence. Stare out the window. Listen to music that grounds you. Rest isn't a waste of time. It's fuel for focus. The more you rest strategically, the more energy you'll have to create, think, and live fully. Let's not forget the power of gratitude. It's more than a feel-good practice. It's a mental reset button. When your mind is flooded with worries, stress, or negativity, gratitude shifts your focus. It reminds you of what's working, of what's beautiful, of what you've already overcome. Start a simple gratitude ritual. Each morning or night, write down 3 things you're thankful for. It could be a moment, a conversation, your health, a memory, or even your own resilience. Gratitude trains your brain to scan for the positive. Over time, this rewires your mindset and protects you from mental spirals. You'll stop obsessing over what's missing and start appreciating what's already here. Finally, remember this: focus is a lifelong practice. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to keep showing up for yourself, for your growth, for your purpose. There will be days when your mind feels foggy. That's okay. There will be moments when you slip into distraction. That's okay. What matters most is what you do next. Will you return to your breath? Will you realign with your purpose? Will you choose clarity over chaos? An unstoppable mind isn't built in a day. It's built daily, with intention, with practice, and with self-compassion. So keep going. You're not just building focus. You're building freedom. So far, you've learned how to reclaim your attention, control your emotions, and protect your focus. But here's something even more important. You don't just want a focused mind. You want a free mind. A mind that can think clearly, feel deeply, and create without fear. That kind of mind isn't just useful in work or study. It's the foundation of a meaningful life. Because once you gain mental clarity, everything changes. You become a better decision maker, a more present friend, a more creative thinker, a more compassionate human. And isn't that what we're all really chasing? It's not more productivity. It's more presence. It's not more information. It's more understanding. It's not more speed. It's more direction. A clear mind gives you access to all of it. But remember, your focus doesn't live in isolation. It grows in the soil of your daily rituals, your relationships, and your beliefs about yourself. So ask yourself, are you surrounding yourself with people who inspire clarity or confusion? Are your habits aligned with who you want to become? Are you speaking to yourself with kindness or criticism? Mental mastery is not just about tools. It's about identity. You must begin to see yourself as someone who is focused, calm, and intentional, especially on the days when you feel anything but. Affirm it, live it, and slowly you'll become it, because identity drives behavior, and behavior builds your future. Here's a truth that might surprise you. Mental stillness creates momentum. Most people chase their goals by doing more. But sometimes the breakthrough happens when you pause. When you take time to think instead of react. To rest instead of push. To listen instead of speak. From that place of stillness, your next step becomes obvious. Not forced. Not frenzied. Just aligned. So don't be afraid of the quiet. That's where your power lives. And don't underestimate the power of serving others. When your focus is stuck in your own stress or frustration, one of the fastest ways to shift your energy is to help someone else. Reach out to a friend. Give a compliment. Offer support. It doesn't have to be dramatic. Even small acts of kindness rewire your brain for connection and meaning. Because the mind isn't built to thrive in isolation. It sharpens in service. Grows in love. When you offer clarity to others, through patience, presence, and kindness, you reinforce it within yourself. So don't just build a strong mind for you. Do it for the people you love. Do it for the world that needs your light. Let's bring this all together. To master your focus in a distracted world. Accept what you can't control and channel energy into what you can. Observe your emotions, but don't let them control your actions. Live in the present and use your breath as an anchor. Protect your attention by saying no to what's not aligned. Take control of technology, not the other way around. Build habits that serve your future self. Design your environment to support clarity, not chaos. Reconnect with purpose, even if it's simple. Respect your mind by how you speak to it and what you feed it. Rest deliberately, knowing that rest isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Practice gratitude even when things are messy. Actively help others, to connect your mind to something greater. And above all, remember who you are becoming. You are not just a consumer of information. You are a creator of meaning, a guardian of your mind, a sculptor of your life. The truth is, there will never be a perfect moment. No quiet room. No distraction-free world. No ideal set of circumstances. All you have is now. And now is more than enough. So don't wait. Don't wait to start building the mental strength you already have within you. Don't wait to treat your focus like the sacred thing it is. Don't wait to rise. Because the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Until one day you'll realize, you don't just have focus. You are focus. You don't just try to stay grounded. You live grounded. You don't just resist distractions. You transcend them. And when that happens, you become unstoppable. If this message resonated with you, take a moment to breathe it in. Then make a commitment, out loud, in writing, or just in your heart, that your focus matters. Your peace matters. Your life matters. And if you want more content to help you grow mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, like this video, subscribe to the channel and share this with someone you care about. Thank you for being here. And remember, the world doesn't need more noise. It needs more people who are clear, calm, and conscious. See you in the next video.